guys, following on from yesterday's little fiasco of which direction different pulleys should face, I had a long search of the pictures to determine that yes, these ones look backwards. That is the one I'm just trimming the ends off now. These are on the back and these are on the front, and it's the same on each level. So now I've got to make up again this one. There has to be an easier way of doing this, I'm sure. All these guys that can take a piece of string and tie a knot in it and the knot slips off, they know the tricks. I don't. So here we go again. No, just dropped it. Okay, bear with me while I go. No, I found it. Bear with me, I'll go get it. The lesson here is sit forward on your desk. The trouble is that I tried to look at the plan of attack for this thing while I was still doing it. As you can hear, I've still got my cold. I think it's going to be forever getting rid of it. And next door's little dog has started his usual bark at anything that moves on the lane. He was doing it at 12:30 last night. Not impressed at all. But then I'm not a doggy person. I mean, I don't mind dogs, but and I have had dogs in the past, but I'm not really a doggy person. I'm more into cats. At this rate, I'm going to need a new long nozzle on my glue. Here we go, slide off again. I don't know why it's not sliding. It's become so tight that it won't slide off. So we'll let that set for a minute. While I sort out these little ones. So I'll probably have to redo these all together. So best bet is just to cut them off. I'll get on the magnifier again so I can see what I'm doing. Does anybody else have this trouble with the pulleys and things that you have to work out which is the front, which is the back? Oh, and the mast. It's the first time I've ever put pulleys on a mast before the mast gets mounted on the ship. It does seem a bit... Well, my dad would say it's a bit Irish. don't know why that comes about. But he always, and he was Irish, he used to say, anything was strange. Oh, that's a bit Irish, that is. I'll come back to you in a few seconds. Right, I'm back. Managed to get the threads off these two. This one is now sticking. Yeah, it's still sticking. Let it carry on sticking for now while I tie up the other two. So, bit of thread. Here's the plan, is it? Right. Notice I'm not using the tweezers, I'm having to go at doing it freehand. Might regret it. There you go. Done it. Did it freehand. Believe me, I don't always manage to do that. Anyways, when you want to get a little, just a little touch of glue on it, you get a big blob comes along. There we go. You think after all the cannons that I did, every cannon had what, 2, 4, at least 6 pulley blocks on them. I think I could do these almost blindfolded, but when it's cold and I have trouble concentrating on what I'm doing, so right, let's see what we can do here. So this is the back, just where this is going to go. So they put one thread through that way and one thread through the other way. bring them up. And tie them up. I mean, really it's straightforward enough. So you wonder, how did I screw it up? Well, that's easy. I got my backs and my fronts mixed up. And believe me, it is easy to do. So, right. So it looks like they got these hang on, I'm looking at the wrong one. Right, this one. They got, it looks like the ones that go to, you go from about the halfway point, and this is halfway up from there. Like that. A little bit of glue inside just to stick it to the mast. Now take the excess off here. From what I can see, this goes round twice. So they don't tell you that in the instructions, they just sort of do that. Now, and it dangles to back there. Everything moves and you end up almost lying on your side trying to get the right view for what you need to do. So here we go. Let's pull it up now to there. That's it. And this thread, why is this gone to there? Right. One more time around. This time we'll make a knot. There we go. Now the other one will be from the other side. So this one I've got on this side. Now back around. Now then, got the little ones to do for up front here. Here. These are on the back. Yep. So, on the front one, we've now got so these come out not too bad. hopefully about the right length. Good. So, some little ones. So I'm showing you all this work for the foremast. That'll probably be the bulk of this week's video, because then I shall do the main mast to the exactly the same methods. There are some slight differences, obviously, and I'll show you them when I get them done. But when I come to do the mizzen mast, now that's different again, so we'll have fun doing that one. Right, let's see if I can make these pulley box up. See, can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, I think so. I'm kind of hidden behind the mast now, aren't I? Okay, I think I've got to put a couple of twists in the twine here before it goes through the... Just put a bit of glue on. Doesn't need an awful lot. Wet my fingers. There we are. Just that. Just the other lump. Now, to pick these rings apart, the rings, I usually just wet my finger on my tongue. And you can pick them up then with your fingers. It's those of us who don't have the dexterity anymore to pick little things up. That's the way to do it, as Punch and Judy used to say. I know I'm rambling. Come on, stick to my finger. The biggest thing, like I said before, is to keep that knot away from the little gap until you put a blob of glue on it, which is what I've just done there. So, once again, pick it up. I'll tell you, there's nothing worse, especially when you're doing cannons, than to get, oh, don't want to do that, to get the knot all the way down, get the thread in, get the thread into the ring, just get it tied up and it slips through that little gap. It is most annoying, I can assure you, because you then got to try undo the knot, which if you've already pulled it is nigh impossible. So I just keep my fingers crossed now. Now I can see where the joint is. Oh, I can see where the little joint thing is. It's round here by my finger. So a little bit of glue to seal the knot, and a little bit of glue to seal the gap, and then let that set before I try to chop them off. Now I wonder if these have set yet. See if I can take the excesses off. One, two, and it's moving around. Okay, take the excess string off and then I shall position it on the mast so that this is in the middle. Isn't that ridiculous? Up, 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 to there. There we go. Right, I should get them off fastened in. Now, these ones. Once again, we've got a hole which has become invisible. Let's mark it up a bit more. You just have to be able to see the hole to put this pin in it. And unfortunately with these little drills, they make such a fine hole that it's hard to see against the brown anyway. I didn't think that string was I didn't think the string was going to cut them. There we go. Where'd it go? There it is. I think I'm the comedy of errors here. Right. And there we go. That's the middle step done. Now, the rings, I like to have the rings. This is just me. If one's vertical, the other has to be vertical. So. Right, these were vertical, so these are going to be vertical. Alright, I shall carry on to the top. Now the top is slightly different. It doesn't have a big one going back, it only has a little one. So I need 3 5/3/5s. Yep. And 2 hooks, 2 rings. Rings. I don't know who designed the packing system. They could have had some sympathy for us modelers. Three pulleys, 2 rings, and it'd be 3 strings. So let's get rid of this string that's hanging around the bench. Put it in the way. I keep a bin just by my feet here. Now they're using okay, I'm gonna have to stop for a minute because for some reason it's marked CT2 on there. But they're drawing it with CT1. I need to go and work out what that CT2 is. Okay, back in a tick. Okay, I can only assume that it's a misprint because they show all 3 pulleys being hooked up with this. just CT1 thread. Don't need huge chunks of it. 1, 2, and a longer one. 3. No doubt, if it is a mistake on my part, I'll find it when I come to hook up all the rigging. Because what this is doing is it's preparing the masts for, I guess, for the standing or fixed or standing rigging, whichever you want to call it. Running rigging, that's what, isn't it? Is running rigging the fixed one, or is running rigging the second stage where you get all the moving parts, like hooking up the sails and things like that? I don't know. As I say, I keep meaning to look up the names of the parts of the rigging. I did the parts of the mast, I've got that here, and I will post that at some point when I get permission from the original artist or whatever. I certainly won't be posting it until I get the permission. I can tell you the names, but I wanted to show you the pictures that I've got hanging on my wall, which I got from another website. And it's just common courtesy that if you use somebody else's picture or their sketches or whatever, that you ask them for permission to use them. And I've done that. So I've asked for the permission, I'm just waiting for the reply. So this one first. Take the tail off. Right. Now, the back part of the mast is this bit. So this is going to go in here. Round and round and round she goes. Well, 2 or 3 times round anyway. Now I want it to dangle down to, again, to about the tree. So position it, and then you can always get a reference then. Okay, this should be it. Wonder why there's only one. And which side is it on? It's actually on the other side. somewhere about there. really understand the significance of just one little pulley, but that's what it shows. These two up here, and then that'll be the foremast finished, and probably the end of this video for tomorrow. Ready for tomorrow. Oops. I realise that there's not an awful lot to see when you're doing rigging at this stage anyway, when you're getting it. You're preparing the groundwork basically. So anyway, if this is the end of the video, which I think it probably will be, please feel free to like, share, if you haven't already done so. My cat is now sitting outside my door, mewing his head off. He's got bored sitting in the garden on his own, and he wants to play. He'll just have to wait. Now, where's my other little eye thing gone? I've lost one. It's probably stuck on my jumper. It is stuck on my jumper. Right, as I was saying, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, get your friends to have a look at it, and maybe if they like it, they'll subscribe. You never know, we might get some few more people interested in building model ships. There are plenty of examples on the market, and they range in price from a few cents, well, it's a few dollars, up to thousands. I'm not advocating that you go out and spend thousands of euros, dollars, whatever, on building a ship, especially if you've never done one before. That's it's kind of false economy. But hey guys, have a look, have a go at the sport. It's classed as is it classed as a sport? I think it is. It is in some places. I need the magnifier to see where the hole is. I think I'm going to have fun trying to get this in the hole actually. Make sure I'm on the front, which I am. I can see the hole that I made. And it slides in quite easily in the end. Right guys, a little bit extra to what I thought I would have. So I'm just about to stick the masts in. I've just finished taping up the mast. I don't know if you can see, I'm just putting some glue right on the end. Now, this flattening that you can see, that's my tactical way of getting this mast to sit correctly in its hole. Now just to get up and check the alignment, it needs to be sitting, there we go, just straight there. Okay, that's the foremast in. The main mast, I don't have to do anything special. Oh, that didn't help much. I just thought that didn't break. A little bit of glue on the end where it's going to sit in there. Now I shall trim, you may have noticed it right on the top with some bits that haven't been trimmed off yet. That's deliberate on my part. I'll trim them when they're in position. Again, I'm eyeball lining up the lines so if it's straight, straight, straight. And that leaves this little beastie, the mizzen mast. The reason I'm doing this now is I'll come tomorrow, trim the excess threads off, and we'll be ready to start rigging. This is the fun part, trying to get this to go down through all its different little levels that it has to go through. It goes through one there, then it goes through another one, and then it comes down to the bottom one, and it drops into place just like that. Again, get the alignment just right. That, boys, that's the 3 masts in. Now this has got a metre of thread hanging off it, which, as most people will know, is not easy to just sort of hang around. So I'm just putting it up on the bed. Hopefully it'll stay on the bed till I need to use it. And that, guys, that's the masts in position, all ready for the next phase. Okay, see you on the next one.